Hello, my lovely Libra, and welcome to your abundance reading. This is a general reading, so please do take what resonates, but toss the rest. Also, just remember that time is fluid in tarot and gender is neutral. If you haven't had a chance to check out your moon reading on my site, please do so. What we will be doing is kind of a past, present, future type of read. With this, I will be kind of clarifying with the abundance deck at the end, so please do keep that in mind, and all of the reading will kind of lean towards your career, finance, abundance type of situation. So this is more geared toward that than just a general overview. So let's go ahead and get started here with that and kind of see what we're looking at for this month and possibly going into next month, etc. As I mentioned, time is fluid in tarot. So let's see what we've got here to kind of get us started. It does look like we have the King of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. So I do feel like you've kind of been dealing with somebody who has, really put you in a position where you feel like you are working yourself into submission, right? So I don't know if this King of Wands may be a person in your family who's maybe not been holding up their end of the bargain, somebody who lost their job that was a big, moneymaker in your home, family members. This could be a boss that you were close to, and now they've kind of really made changes where it's made your job a lot harder for you over the past times here. But I feel like you've really your job has turned into, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a job, it could be like if you're a stay at home or, whatever it is that you're doing has really kind of been laborious for you lately. It's not been fun, right? It's not been something that you've really necessarily enjoyed. It's been something where, you're doing everything you can to kind of make things pull together, pull your weight. You may have been a stay-at-home and now you've had to go out into the workforce, which maybe you hadn't had to do for a long time because you're having to pick up slack, those kinds of things. And it's made things a little bit harder for you. You feel like you're really up against it, okay? We'll get a clarifier on that, of course. But let's kind of see what we're going into. It does look like we're going into the Magician card as we're coming into the kind of current state, which may or may not have started for you. But that does kind of lead me to believe, and again, these are all initial thoughts, we're going to get clarifiers on that, but I do feel like that Magician state does let me know that you are going to be pulling some rabbits out of your hat, right? You've got a lot of tools at your disposal. You are going to kind of be getting some extra help here to kind of really get yourself out of that hole, or feeling that you're in a hole, even if it's not really that. And I see the Eight of Swords, which makes me feel like, you're really pent up, you're really bound to something, you're feeling like you're tied up, you don't have choices, you don't have options, but this is in reverse. So again, I feel like with these newfound options, choices, different tools at your disposal, different opportunities perhaps, that you are really going to kind of cut yourself loose and be able to kind of move forward with things. So what that will kind of come from, we'll find out as we go, but it does look like it's improving. So great news there, okay? And then into the future, again, time is fluid. Could be this month, could be even going into next month. I'm seeing Ace of Cups energy in reverse. So it's not to say that that's a negative. It could just be that you're withdrawing a little bit. You still have that Ace of Cups energy. You still are, feeling the vibe. You're still very charismatic. You're still very out there, but you're kind of withdrawing a little bit. And that may be what you need to do. You may have been going at it so hard and heavy plugging away that because you're finally able to untether yourself from all these responsibilities and duties, this could be actually what you need. This could be like taking a break that you need. Again, more clarification to come, but it does show the Nine of Cups next, which is, really abundance and happiness in family, relationships, all of that. So again, I do feel like it's going to be positive. It's all leaning very positive. So let's get some clarifiers first on the past here, where we have the King of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. So let's see what we've got here. Ace of Swords. Okay, so what I'm feeling there is, again, I do feel like this is where you're starting to make that transition. I feel like that Ace of Swords is your energy, okay? So you are making that transition, and the transition, again, it could be because, you're breadwinner if that was the case, is that you've had to pick up the slack because of somebody else losing a job or not making the effort that they should have comes through, or maybe you've been on your own for a very long time and now you're with somebody who's really helping you out. Maybe it's not even a relationship, it's somebody, a friend, a family member, whomever, and they step up for you. Okay, but for whatever reason, I feel like definitely you are going to get that boost, that charge, that help that you need, to where you don't feel like you're just constantly up against it. You're worn down, you're battle tired and tested. You are just fighting it to just make ends meet, right? Just, you're having to balance a home life, a work life, everything else, and you're struggling over just to, barely scrape by, right? I don't feel like that's going to be the case anymore, okay? This could be somebody coming in with a huge opportunity. Maybe they've seen you really plugging and chugging away, and they're saying, hey, I see potential in this person. So this could be a huge job offer. This could be somebody who says, hey, I want to go into business with you. Or this could be somebody who says, hey, I see the work that you're doing and I want to offer you, a contract, or I want to buy some of your, whatever it is you're doing, you're making, or whatever, I see the potential in you, right? So this could be one of those huge opportunities for you coming, okay? But whatever it is, it's definitely the catalyst that is boosting you to get to a better place, right? Because for the longest time, I feel like you really have been, really kind of struggling financially, career-wise, just in all aspects. They're trying to just really make ends meet financially, trying to, really get by. And with the economy, it's not been easy in that regard either. But I feel like you're not getting a lot of help either from, a significant other, friends, family, your employer, whomever. Maybe you've been passed over by the raises, whatever. But now somebody is recognizing your talents and, you're getting where you need to go, right? Because you've continued to plug and chug. So as we're coming into the where we are now category, this magician it's you. And you have all these talents. If you look at the magician, they've got the cups, they've got the wands, they've got the swords, they've got the everything, right? The pentacles. They are just flush with abilities, talents, skills, everything, right? And it's been recognized here. So now you're able to kind of really display that, really put it out there, and really get recognized for it, which is what makes all the difference in the world. So where you were feeling very tied up and like your hands were bound to this maybe 9 to 5, or bound to this just limited potential. Maybe you were in this, really low paying, not really getting where you wanted to be. Maybe you were trying to get a startup at a business. Maybe you're trying to get recognized for your skills, whatever it may have been. And you just felt like you weren't getting it. Okay, we have this in reverse now, which lets me know that you are breaking loose. You've been recognized, and now things are really going to start taking off. So let's see what kind of clarifier we have on that. Okay, 6 of Wands. This couldn't be any more in line with that, right? This is opportunity to move forward. Positive opportunity to move forward. Again, you are cutting loose and moving forward with positive opportunities. So whatever it is that you've been working on, that you've been working towards, that you've been hoping for, that opportunity in business, in, finance, whatever it may be. And it could be something as simple as, it doesn't have to necessarily be something you've been working on, in yourself financially. It could be something where, you've been waiting on a loan to come through, and you've been plugging and chugging away at this job. Like, come on. I need this loan to come through so that I can invest in something new, or buy a new house, or, move to a place where I know there's better job opportunities. Whatever it may be for you personally, it's coming. And because of all your tools, and because you're no longer tied or bound to what position you were in, and somebody has recognized your skills and your talent, and it's now being on the forefront, you have the opportunity to move forward. Let's get one more clarifier here. The Emperor, okay? Now, for you, this could be your energy, right? You could be boss energy right here, okay? This could very much be you already. Like, boom, you are taken over, okay? Or this could be somebody that you meet that is going to put you in that position, okay? Either way, this is your key, okay? So keep your eyes open for either the opportunity for you to become maybe your own boss, maybe to get in that position, maybe that segue to exactly what you've always wanted to do, or somebody who can get you there, somebody who is your perfect connection for that network, that kind of thing. But this is major career potential energy. The Emperor is the ultimate boss, right? And everything here is lining up that you are being recognized. Your potential, your hard work, it's all being recognized. You are no longer tied up. You are untethered and you are ready to rock, right? So how is this going to play out in the future? Well, we already know your Ace of Cups is in reverse, right? Which just lets me know that you are kind of taking a step back. And this could be because you are really mulling over opportunities. And it could be because you have so many. Again, once your full potential has been unleashed, you may be getting a lot of opportunities and you may be deciding which is the best one. So keep your eyes open and make sure you're doing your due diligence. I warn everybody on that because sometimes if it sounds too good to be true, it could be, but also there's a lot of scammers out there. There's a lot of people out there that have promised you the world, especially if you have talent. They want to ride your coattails. They want to use you for that talent. And I can see here that you do have skills, you have talent, you have abilities to make money, okay? And when they see that, they want in on that, right? But you have to make sure that they're reputable. So just do your due diligence and it's fine. Take that step back, okay? Make sure that you're doing what's best for you, what's best for your family, what's best for those around you. But I definitely see you are going to do the right thing because you have the Nine of Cups here, which is full abundance for friends, family, connections, relationships. All of that is coming to you. So I do feel like that step back that you're going to take is going to be used to your advantage to make good choices, good decisions, good mindset, right? For your abundance, for your family, for your financial future, whatever it may be, okay? So if you're not already thinking about it, be thinking about it. If some of these opportunities are already starting to kind of appear for you, make sure that you're doing your due diligence and don't jump on the first one just because you're like, man, I'm so sick of grinding away. This is what I wanted, because more will come. Trust me when I tell you, you are fire, okay? So let's see what else we can get for you on here. So we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And I know you're like, okay, that's terrible, right? It's not terrible, okay? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse just can mean that you have to take a step back, okay? I do feel like because you have such abundance here with your family and because you are the Ace of Cups in reverse, I do feel like with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I do think that there are going to be decisions that you personally make that are going to be, they're going to be decisions that maybe hinder your career abilities, hinder your financial abilities a little bit for the sake of your family, okay? So because you're gonna have so many opportunities, you may take the one that pays a little bit less, but keeps you closer to home, okay? You may be the one that, it pays you a little less, but it gives you more free time to spend with your family. You may take that one that allows you a little bit more freedom with your scheduling, like starting your own business. So yeah, it's going to be some steps back versus taking that big corporate position that's everything's included. So, fortune wise, as far as financial, which is what we're dealing with here, it may not be the best move financially if you were looking at it solely in that position, but it's going to allow you for that Nine of Cups relationship situation because it's going to keep you, closer to your loved ones, perhaps save you from a breakup because, sometimes when you choose your job over relationships or over family members or over, things like that, you think it's going to weather the storm and then it causes things to fall apart. So this isn't necessarily a bad thing because you can still make anything you want out of it. You're still fire here. I'm telling you, it's still all positive. And so sometimes this is actually a good decision, right? Because we have to have balance in our life. So I don't think that's a bad thing. And the Nine of Cups is telling me that it's not a bad thing. It's telling me that you're just choosing certain things over other things, but you're still very much, in demand, in control, financially on a good trajectory here. So let's see what your next card is. So we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And again, I do feel like that what that is telling me is that you are going to take a step back financially before you move forward. And I do feel like that is because, again, I do feel like for a lot of you, what I'm sensing with this is you are going to probably try to perhaps maybe start your own business or start with a business opportunity that may even be like a little bit less than what you really wanted to take, but it's going to be for the sake of your relationships, your family, your friends, what have you. And so it may take a step back at first, okay? Anytime you're starting something new, it can be a step back at first, okay? But it's your choice. Now, I will advise and I will warn, there are some of you, okay, very few, but I feel like there are a few of you out there that this potentially, okay, could fall into the situation that I mentioned before where you don't do your due diligence, okay? You don't take the steps back that you need to do the due diligence appropriately. So this 9 of Cups for you is that you are making a ton of new connections, friends around you, business connections, right? But not the right ones, okay? And unfortunately, they suck you in and they take you for a ride, okay? So be forewarned, okay? If that is the case for some of you, if this 9 of Cups is not a family decision, it's not a relationship with somebody that you trust and love decision, if this is business people, connections, and you're letting that guide you only, they can very much be untrustworthy because, again, when they see your skills, when they see your talent, they want to utilize that. People will use you. Unfortunately, this is the real world, and people will use you for your skill set, for your talent, for whatever, just to get what they can out of you. And that's the unfortunate of the world. And if you don't take precautions and put yourself on guard, you can get very much caught up in that. And that can cause your wheel of fortune to crumble. That can cause your pentacles to fold, right? Because they can get you caught up in some schemes. I mean, look at how many really, really wealthy people got caught up in different pyramid schemes, Ponzi schemes, Enron, all of those kinds of things. I mean, those weren't dumb people, right? Okay, those were intelligent, talented people that just got caught up, right? So don't let that be you, okay? So I will forewarn if that's what's happening to you, okay? It could. Don't let that 9 of Cups be those people. If you're going to have this 9 of Cups energy here, let that be your family that you trust, your friends, make that be the decision. Okay, so that if this step back here financially is happening to you, let it be because you're choosing that for a temporary, for an ends, right? So that the ends justify the means, right? Now let's get a last card here. All right, so we have the 5 of Pentacles. And the 5 of Pentacles is kind of a card where you are struggling a little bit, okay? It's kind of where you are trying to get back on your feet. It's kind of where you are trying to pull yourself through, okay? You are trying to, if you look at the card, you are carrying weight. You are, but they're passing like a church here, okay? So there is help, but you're really kind of pulling some dead weight here a little bit. I hate to say dead weight, but somebody is really kind of pulling you down. And again, I think that is a fair warning for some of you who maybe jump in too fast, maybe get too excited, a little bit overzealous, a little bit too, hey, first group of people that show me interest, I've been plugging away at this job that I feel like I'm too overrated for, too good for, and you are. I'm underpaid for, all of these things, and then they show you this interest, but you have to be careful. Again, it's kind of like, people see that and they see your vulnerability, they see you want out, and they see you've got talent, they're going to jump on it, but you have to be in the right frame of mind, be patient, be calm, because you do not want to be picking yourself back up from negatives and trying to drag yourself back out. Now, for those of you who really do, put family and friends first, this could be a situation where, again, you are just trying to get yourself out of that negative space, okay, where you set yourself back a little bit to get started. And this could simply be your newfound business model. you know, realistically, you're trying to get that business model off the ground. That takes time, that takes effort, that takes energy. Does it pay off in the end? Heck yeah. I mean, look at how many businesses started in garages and they work themselves into submission to get it built up, but then they work out to be billion-dollar businesses. I mean, it happens, but it's not easy, right? It takes steps back. It takes, you know, sometimes they are living in their cars. I mean, how many times have you seen that? People are like, okay, I knew I could do it. I knew I had it in me, but I was like bankrupt. I had to file bankrupt 3 times. I had to live in my car. I did all these things. I mean, I'm not saying you have to go to that extreme, but I'm just saying it does happen when you're trying to start up something, get something new going. So it would not be uncommon for you to have to be like really trying to dredge through with this business model and new clientele and new, people, and building a new business off the ground and new employees and all that, feeling like a weight around your ankles here to try to get started, because nothing comes easy if it's worth having. I think it was Bob Marley that said, if someone, and he was speaking about a woman, of course, but if she's easy, she's not worth having. If she's worth having, she's not easy. And of course, I'm paraphrasing that because I do not know if that's exactly right, but you get the gist. Same thing with anything in life. If it's super easy, it's probably not worth having. If it's super worth having, it's probably not going to be super easy. So, this could be that for you. But don't give up, because again, that's how big businesses are started a lot of times, unless you are generational wealth and it's handed down to you, right? I mean, they have to start somewhere, and it's not super easy to start up companies. So we'll get your clarifiers down here. This is, oh goodness gracious, I am throwing things. Did you? I guess my shuffling skills are off today. But this is the abundance deck. I do apologize for that wild and woolly situation there. But let's go ahead and get an abundance card on your past, present, and future and see what we're looking at here. So we have divine love, okay? And I do think that, again, divine love here is that this person with the Ace of Swords energy, if this is your energy, it's going to come from people who care about you, who love you, who are going to try to help you. And if this Ace of Swords energy isn't yours, it is certainly somebody who is, coming, that is being sent to you, okay? Again, this is somebody who is being sent to you to really get you the opportunities you need. Open up your, open up your eyes, open up other people's eyes to your talents, your abilities. This is something that is being divinely, sent, right? So you are in the universe's good graces to move forward, okay? So how you choose to move forward is up to you, right? I would say do it with due diligence and make sure that you understand that you're doing it for the right reasons, and that it may not be the easiest path, but do what you need to do. But again, it's coming, okay? And it's divinely out there, that it is meant for you to come and to be recognized for your talents, your skills, your abilities, okay? And divine source. And I certainly a million times over believe that this Emperor card is divine source. I do believe this is somebody that, if you pick the right person, if this Emperor person, is one that you can trust in, one can believe in, they can give you the information, the knowledge, the know-how, the ability to really get where you want to go, okay? And if this is your energy, it's being given to you divinely, okay? It's being put into you, this is meant to be, that you really, maybe become your own boss, start your own business, do your own things if that's what you have been wanting to do. And it's going to happen for you. Now, is that say that it's going to be the easiest path forward? No, I don't think so. But I do think that this divine source is giving you the knowledge to understand that you have all these tools at your disposal and how to use them, okay? So I do think that that's all coming for you. This is all kind of really something that is fated to happen for you. I truly believe that, okay? And I think it's just a matter of how you use it, right? And this one is gratitude. And I think this is probably one of the most important, because again, you need to decide, are you going to be grateful for the divine love and divine source that's been given to you and use it appropriately? Okay. not trust in people who you can't trust in, not do your, not just skip the due diligence part and jump on the first, train that offers you, wealth and success? Or are you going to really, accept those gifts and say, okay, I'm going to put them to the use that whoever my higher divination or, whoever I believe in gave to me, sent to me, put in my head, it's a sign, and I'm going to use it to the best of its ability. Be super grateful that this opportunity was given to me, that somebody recognized my talent, that I recognize my talent now, through divine intervention, and I'm going to put it to good use. I'm going to put it to use for those that I love. I'm going to use it for the best of my ability. And if it means I have to take a step back, that's fine. If it means it's going to be hard, I'm willing to work for it. And I'm going to be grateful that I have the opportunity to do so, that I'm healthy enough to do it, that I'm well enough to do it, that I have the ability to even do it, because I know that it's something that I can do. It's something that I am divinely meant to do. I know that I've got the opportunity to do it. And that's a lot of things that I didn't have before, because before I was really just tied up, bent, pent up and just stuck, right? And now I have opportunities, and they were given to me in a way that I'm grateful. And so I'm going to use them to the best of my ability, right? So I think that's a big deal. I think you have all the ingredients here to make anything you want happen financially for yourself. But do be aware that you want to do your due diligence, not just jump at the first offer, because you are a very talented, very astute person who has the ability to make good financial decisions and good money. Okay. Be careful with what you invest in. Be careful with what you put your time into, because that's even more important than the money. And make sure that you realize going in that, if you are trying to start a new business, if you are trying to build a partnership, if you are trying to do any of those things, they don't come overnight, and they don't come cheap. They don't come free. They don't come easy, right? None of your big major companies, unless again, they were gifted from generational wealth or something like that, they weren't built overnight. Okay. They took hard work. They were laborious. They took sacrifice, and they ended in huge success, and you can too. Okay. So I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please do like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And I hope to see you on the other side with fantastic success, because I do think all of the ingredients are there for you to be a massive success. So you do you. Have a good one. Bye.